two Ducati factory team rider, Andrea Iannone and Andrea Dovizioso compact, provide a defense to the Movistar rider Yamaha Moto GP, Valentino Rossi, who suffered a controversial incident with Marc Marquez scratching at the Sepang circuit, Malaysia last weekend. Both understand why Rossi can lose patience. Race Supervisory Board assess, Rossi Marquez accidentally kicked the corner to 14th on lap 7 until the Repsol Honda rider fell and failed to finish. Thanks to this incident, Rossi was sentenced to 3 penalty points and must start Turbunsit in Valencia, Spain with the accumulation of the points he had pocketed in MotoGP San Marino. You could not advance a second slower than a few hours earlier. Warm-up season, I do not know what the strategy is, Mark. I think if you go down the track, then you have to live racing on your own. Achieve the best results, besides the individual sports, Iannone said as quoted by Toto Motori. The tandem, Dovizioso also remarked in line with the Maniac Joe. According to him, Marquez was deliberately messing with Rossi. Marc was fighting for podium, but also to disrupt Vale. It is not at all sorts of fun to watch, said Dovizioso, sporting director of Ducati Course. Paolo Ciabatti also agree with both riders, although also believes that Rossi is a little excessive reaction. Even so, Ciabatti judge sentenced 3 penalty points received. Doctor of Supervisory Board race too heavy. I think what Marc was in retaliation for an attack verbal Vale at a press conference on Thursday. Clear Marc intended to interfere with Vale. Unfortunately, the reaction Vale saw wrong, but I think the ride-through penalty was enough for Vale, added Ciabatti. Statement Iannone, it makes fans cry, touched Rossi. Really another rider ready gives way to Rossi. Marquez's drop due to the incident. Many people commented, there is blame Rossi. But lately it mostly defended Rossi. Even to show their support for Rossi, there was a man named Nicholas Davis of Virginia Water, England, who made the petition in various languages, including Indonesian, which includes a detailed claim to the organizers in order to lift sanctions against Rossi. Following the sound of his petition, Integrity MotoGP fallen into disrepute. You have just confirmed the dirty racing tactics to punish Valentino Rossi to clinch the title, while she was harassed and sabotaged by Marc Marquez. At the same time, you have to let Jorge Lorenzo overtaking on a yellow flag, without penalty, justify your decision, stating that there are no rules to deal with Marc Marquez is the same action of as absurd as saying there is no rule to prevent riders shoot other racers with weapons. Will you allow it because it does not violate the rules that exist today? It looks like the sport has betrayed agenda racers and fans, who expect and deserve to get a championship clean. Your decision implies that you justify persecution. One rider, Valentino Rossi, we call on you to revoke penalties for Valentino Rossi, so that he could continue to pursue a championship in a fair, in the area of the race, getting the appropriate grid position. That has allowed you through qualification. That way you will restore the integrity of the sport. Not only that, other drivers such as Iannone also commented on the incident. Even Iannone's statement also makes supporters Rossi made cried after reading the comments. Iannone very supportive Rossi. The following is a statement. Iannone, previously I apologized to Vale. I really did not expect Marc did. I know closeness Marc and Vale sa intense sa I do not think there was no intention Marc for it. After I saw the video re-race, I even had time to see live because my motor problems and had to finish the race. I saw the first half of the race as normal. But when I listened to from the beginning of this race, really beyond thinking, Marc hold Vale so clear, he seemed not to know if the MotoGP highly detailed and full electronic system studied. Even speed racers can see in the electronic data. I think he knows, maybe he is ready with all the risks. Munkin because he was not chasing the championship title, it is really in regret. If no so I can do the same from the beginning and keep the rider points of my countrymen. Even in Australia I played clean, in fact advantageous the Spanish rider. Cowbudge said, "I just do not get on the podium in Australia," and Mugello, "I relented and handed over 2 positions to Valentino, but we still have 1 important races. If this story, we will do the things we should do for our country and the people in it, and I hope they'll 46 still competing in Valencia as our king and as soldiers. I'd only that." Recently also alleged if the other drivers supporting Rossi will be ready to succumb and give way to Rossi, that Rossi can shot to the front to win the world title. Whether it will actually happen or not, we wait for the MotoGP title last series to be held in Valencia.